Hi, my name is Riz and welcome back to my fitness channel. Today I have for you a festive Easter workout. Okay guys, so we got 5 exercises, 45 seconds on, about 35 to 45 seconds off. Your rest is going to be me explaining the next move, so you'll have sufficient rests. The level of this workout is suitable for most levels, and the purpose of this workout is a movement practice, so you don't have to take it too seriously and you can just have fun. All these exercises are going to be Easter themed. All you will need is a Easter basket or some weights or a band and a spoon and an egg. Okay guys, so grab a partner and join me on the mat for a gentle warm-up. So lying or sitting on our bums, we're just going to drop our knees from left to right, like so. Just a nice clock position, and then you can slowly open your hips as you move to form a 90-90 position. You can add a little twist in there if you like. Okay, when that's done, join me on all fours, lifting up your left leg. You're just going to draw a circle with your left knee and then come back forward. So you're just drawing a circle and kicking that left foot in the air. Squeeze the glutes a little, engage your core. Off to the other side. And done. Okay, next we're going to get into a downward dog and transition into a plank. So what that's going to look like is downward dog, plank. If that's too intense for you, you can always go into child's pose and then upward dog and then transition back into child's pose. So for those of us, wherever you're starting, let's get into position. Down dog, plank. Just keep switching back and forth. Take your time. If you have to drop to your knees, that's totally fine. Finish up. And done. Okay, so our final warm-up move, come up with me off of the mat. And all you're going to do is, set that down, step to the right, drop that left hand down, and bring that right hand up, open up your chest, look up to the sky, and then switch off to the other side. So we're going for side steps, or lateral steps, we like to call them. And just switch off to the other side, back and forth, and open up. Really plant that left hand in, and look up to the sky, or that opposing hand that's touching the floor. Finish up. And done. All right guys, so for our first move we have bunny hops. We're gonna go for 45 seconds. All you have to do is just hop up and down like a bunny, or you can switch left foot to right foot. Just keep on the balls of your feet and off your heels. Setting up the timer and let's begin. and we're going to transition into the next exercise. There's no repeats. So that was that. So really, you know, if you'd like to put in your all, you don't have to. You can put in your all for each exercise and push yourself, because we're not going back to the bunny hops again. So for our next exercise, we have basket dips. So grabbing your basket full of eggs or your weights or your band or nothing, you don't have to hold anything. All you have to do is grabbing your basket with your left hand, bring your right foot back, hinge forward, so pushing back my glutes. My right leg is coming up slightly, and then I'm lifting back up. So again, I'm holding the basket, I'm hinging forward, pushing back my glutes, my right leg is lifting, my basket touches the floor, and then I come back up. Okay. Make sure to keep a slight bend in that stagnant leg. If lifting up your leg is too much for you, you can always hold a wall, or you can just hinge like this, keeping that right leg back, hips forward, or just a slight little lift. You don't gotta go too crazy, okay? So for 45 seconds, we're gonna switch between legs. So setting up my timer, and let's begin. Alright guys, so that was our basket dips. Next we have the bunny crawl. Look guys, I know like some of you are not gonna like this. Look, love me or hate me. Don't worry, I'm gonna add modifications to each exercise because this is your workout. You could go as hard as you want, and it's as difficult as you make it. Alright, so getting onto all fours, we're going to get into a bunny crawl position. So what that's going to look like is you're tucking your toes, I'm in this all fours position, and I'm just lifting off of the ground like so. I'm engaging my core, and I'm really digging my toes in and the palms of my hands in. My hands are nice and spread out, or my fingers are nice and spread out. And I just lift up off the ground like so. So that's already spicy. I get it. But we're going to add a little more spice in there. What we're going to do is we're going to lift up off the ground, and then we're going to crawl to the side, and then we're going to crawl to the other side. So we're lifting our hand and our leg at the same time in unison, and bringing the other back. Crawl, bring it back. And I know you're like, look, it's Easter, I don't want to sweat. I just want movement in. That's totally fine. Okay, so if you'd like, you can just practice this move right here. Just lifting up off the ground and then coming back down like so. And even then, if you can't even lift up off the ground, if that is just way too intense for you, you can do this move right here. Just lifting up your opposing hand and your opposing foot. So you can do the bunny crawl with me. You can lift up on all fours and then drop to the ground. Or you can lift up the opposing hand or bird dog or whatever it's called, like so, squeezing the glutes and just working on stabilizing yourself. All right, so wherever you are starting, let's begin. So I'm starting on my left side of the mat, or start wherever you want, just on the opposing side of your mat. And if you'd like, you can drop down your knees a couple of times. As I said, it's as difficult as you make it, so you don't have to push yourself super hard if you don't want to. Set the timer and let's begin. And done. Alright guys, next we have the egg roll. So it's a more relaxing one if the buddy crawl was a bit intense for you. So all you have to do is lie on your backs, tucking your knees in. You're going to lift your chest up off of the ground. My shoulder blades are off of the ground. And I'm just going to get a little rock in here. And I will come up like so. Preferably feet off the ground. Come back down. And then roll back up. Chest tall. Dip down into a bowl-like back. And then come up. So, like I said, we kind of want our feet off the ground. But if you need to touch your toes to the ground to stabilize yourself, or just because you just want to, go ahead, do your thing. We're going to really engage our core here, so flexing your core to bring you back up. And if you need to, get some momentum in there. You know, it's actually feels kind of like a fun exercise once you do it. All right, let's begin. Alright guys, so that was our egg rolls. Next and final, we have our last exercise. This is where you get your spoon and your egg. So I got my spoon and I got my egg. So let's set that off to the side. If you don't have a spoon and an egg, that's totally fine. You can go ahead and use a light dumbbell or a real egg. Take the risk. So lying on our backs, we're going to drop our right leg onto the floor. In our left hand, where our bent knee is, we're going to be holding our dumbbell or our spoon egg. Placing my right hand on the ground to stabilize myself, I'm just going to engage my abs like so, lifting my chest up off of the ground and come up. And then using my right hand, I'm going to push up off the ground, also using my left leg like so. Come back down slowly, and done. If you'd like to add a little more spice in there, when you come up off of the ground and lift up, you can kick your right leg under you and come up like so. Do whatever you feel is comfortable. You can just do the sit-up if you'd like. This is more of a skill type exercise as well as stabilization. We're gonna try to go through the move without dropping the egg. So I call this the Easter get up. Okay, so what that's going to look like with our egg, and I know it's risky, I'm already shaking. When I tried this, the egg didn't drop. So if I can do it, you can do it. So grabbing my egg, I'm lying down. My left knee is bent. I'm coming up, and I sit up, and I'm lifting up off the ground, or I'm kicking my right leg under me, and I'm coming up like so. Sitting back down, back into this lifted position, lying back down, and my egg dropped. So what we're going to do is we're just going to switch off to each side during the 45 seconds. Take your time. This is not a rep-based move. It's a skill stabilization move. So if you only get like 2 on each side or 1 on each side, that's totally fine. Let's have some fun with it. Let's not drop our eggs, and let's get to work. So like I said, you can just do the sit-up where your chest is just coming up off the ground. You don't have to lift your bum and your leg off the ground if you don't want to. All right, setting up the timer. Let's begin. That is the exercise and the workout. So how many reps did you get in? I just got 2 on each side. I was so laser focused on not dropping that egg. I don't know, if you used a real egg, daredevil, straight daredevil. All right guys, so that was the Easter movement practice. I hope you enjoyed this practice. A little difficult in some areas, but it's fun to challenge yourselves once you get a little movement in. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Easter. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below because I don't know about you, but I love creating these festive workouts. Peace.